okay? Well, good afternoon and welcome to this match between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic at Sydney Uni Football Ground. Can you hear me all right? Good afternoon and welcome to this match between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear it okay? good afternoon and welcome to this Round 20 New South Wales National Premier League women's match between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic FC. I'm Melissa Muscat and thank you for joining us this afternoon from Sydney University Football Ground for this live coverage on Football New South Wales YouTube live stream. Sydney University, they will be fiercely looking to get back to winning ways, but they face a big challenge against the fourth placed Sydney Olympic. The home side, Sydney Uni, they are in the blue and yellow jerseys and their head coach is Oz Rowley. Their lineup tonight is as follows. Number 61 and in goals, Hannah Callahan. Number 2, Annabelle Martin. Number 3, Ashley Irwin. Number 8, Jamie Bofils. Number 11, Talia Capitanellis. Number 14, Charlotte Hampshire. Number 17, Amelia Kirby. Number 18, Charlotte Hogan. Number 25, Juliana Nicholas. Number 30, Madison Van Dyke. Number 49, Olivia Vanderland. Substitutions for Sydney Uni are number 4, Amelia Feeney. Number 15, Sarah Farrow. Number 21, Chelsea Romek. Number 26, Jennifer Kokoris. Number 32, Talia Sambrook. And number 39, Ruby Egan Brown. Sydney Olympic, they are the visitors in the black kit. Their lineup is as follows. Number 20 and in goals, Anna Ivanovic. Number 2, Gabrielle Peake. Number 3, Ebony McHugh-Shaw. Number 4, Aya Yamahata. Number 8 and captain Brianna Oliverio. Number 9, Demi Koulazakis. Number 11, Rochelle Borromeo. Number 13, Tara Bodana. Number 17, Maxine Peake. Number 25, Priya Shuriaga. Number 27, Taylor Ray. Substitutions for Sydney Olympic are number 10, Maya Fernandez. Number 16, Megan Grew. Number 29, Helena Maleshki. Number 30, Ivana Rosman. Number 36, Natalia Giannakos. And number 42, Jamie Della Camina. The referee for this afternoon's match is John Garcia, and the assistant referees are Glenn Stubbings and Gabriela Archidiacono. Both teams getting revved up here. We are about to kick off any second now. And that is kick-off here at Sydney University Football Ground between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic FC. Sydney Uni begin with possession. Ashley Owen. She gets a big kick in, but Nicholas couldn't quite get there. So it's going to be a throw-in to Sydney Olympic. The throw-in by captain Brianna Oliverio. Another throw into Sydney Olympic. Headed by Kirby. So Sydney Olympic now get the free kick. Gabrielle Peake. She goes for the big pass Down the right. But Sydney Uni defend. There's a player there with 2 different coloured boots on. Haven't seen that before. I like it. Could be Madison Van Dyke. Throw into Sydney Uni. Capitanellis. But Peak defends well. Kicked out, so Sydney University with the throw. Sydney Uni still with possession. Irwin to Kirby. Van Dyke. So Van Dyke definitely doesn't have the coloured boots. Switches play to the left. Now Sydney Olympic have it. Passed through by Shriyaga, but couldn't find Kulazakis. Cabatanellis is on the run. She gets it to Kirby. Kirby passes to the right. Juliana Nicholas. Irwin. Nicholas again. She gets the cross in the middle. Sydney Olympic take back possession. Nice pass from Peak to Bordana. Aya Yamahata. She switches play to the left for Oliverio. Oliverio with a nice pass through to Borromeo. Borromeo back to Oliverio. Oh, another nice pass. But couldn't quite find Shriyaga or Taylor Ray. Taylor Ray, number 27 for Sydney Olympic from the A-League Women's Championship winning side, Sydney FC. So she's a massive inclusion to this team. Her experience, winning credentials. Kirby and Irwin. But defended well by Ebony McHugh-Shaw. Irwin again. So it looks like it's number 49, Olivia Vanderland, with the different coloured boots. It's easy to spot her from here, which is great. It'd be nice if all the women could wear a ribbon like Hayley Razo. Apparently she started that so her grandmother could see who she was on the field. I love it. All right, Sydney Olympic, back with it. Michelle Borromeo. Passes to Bordana. Taylor Ray, but it goes out. Sydney Uni with the throw. Big pass, but headed by Yamahata. And the ball is through for Maxine Peak. She passes to Taylor Ray. Peak turns over possession. Sydney Uni take it back. A couple of players for Sydney Uni recovering from a ACL injury, Emily Brewster and usual starting goalkeeper Bailey Broomhead. So we really wish them well and hope that their recovery is coming along as they would like. Sydney Uni. Olympic with the throw. Maxine Peake, she has it. She gets past her defender, but taken well by keeper Hannah Callahan. So today's goalkeeper, Hannah Callahan, she steps in for Sydney FC reserve goalkeeper Talia Franco, who is at the Young Matildas camp. It's a good opportunity for her to show her manager what she can do. Okay, foul. So Sydney Uni will get the free kick. Short kick. Kirby. She's running down the right. Just looking for Nicholas. Kicked out by an Olympic player. So Sydney Uni with the throw. Nicely kept in there by Borromeo for Olympic. Bordana hands over possession to Sydney Uni. Capitanellis on the left. But Gabrielle Peake stands strong in defence. Looked like both Phils was fouled, but no, ref says play on. McHugh Shaw at the back. Switches to the right for Peake. Now Sydney Olympic on the right, but going to the middle with Rochelle Borromeo. She still has it. Being chased by Tara Bordana. Taylor Ray back to Yamahata. Yamahata with a nice pass, but defended well by Sydney Uni. Now Olympic get it back with Borromeo. Again, Sydney Uni defend well. Throw into Sydney Olympic. Headed by Kirby. Being chased by Beaufils. She gets a nice pass through. Before Olympic take it back. Now with Taylor Ray. Bordana. Van Dyke. Kirby. She gets it to Nicholas. Kirby again. She does get the cross in, but it's picked up by number 20 goalkeeper Anna Ivanovic. Capitanellis, but misses the target. The referee is asking for some assistance with the nets. So Sydney Uni this year sees a youthful squad. The average age for most of the season has been 18 years. before the signing of the new A-League players who have recently come over. So in their past 5 games, they've had a draw and 4 losses, which I know would break the hearts of their coaching staff, who are extremely passionate. Oz Rowley and Amy Shepherd. Amy Shepherd has been at the club for quite a few years with previous head coach Emily Husband, who is now head coach of A-League team Central Coast Mariners. She's also the director of women's football. You can hear her passion when she speaks of the team. Amelia Feeney, Charlotte Hampshire, Bianca Galich, Annabelle Martin. They are all from Central Coast Mariners. So those A-League inclusions really hold strong for experience in mentoring those younger players. So Sydney Uni, they are a club with high standards, so I know they'll be doing everything tonight to chalk up a win. But it is going to be a tough task against 4th placed Sydney Olympic, who in their past 5 games have had 3 wins, a loss and a draw. Oz Rowley's first season as head coach. He was at the club last season helping out with the men's team. Born an Aussie, but lived mostly in the UK, and he did coach women over there. Still getting some assistance with the nets. It's an opportunity for both teams to regroup. So Talia Franco, the usual starting goalkeeper. I mentioned before she's the Sydney FC reserve keeper. And she's relatively new in goals for Sydney Uni. She's only played a handful of games. So it looks like the nets have been repaired adequately for referee John Garcia. So the score remains 0-0 between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic. Can either of these teams break the deadlock in the first half? Yamahata to Taylor Ray. Peak. Goes out, and it will be a Sydney Uni throw. Capitanellis. She did well, but she just tripped. Ebony McHugh-Shaw. Oliverio. Back to McHugh-Shaw. Yamahata. Sydney Olympic, they are through. They're going down the middle. Get the pass down the right. But called offside. Spoke with Sydney Olympic new head coach this week, Jeff Abrahams. It's his first season with the team. He's also the community officer at Western Sydney Wanderers. It states the team is in a good position with some games still in hand. And they played Football New South Wales Institute on Thursday night and prevailed 2-1 winners. So I think that actually took them up to 3rd place on the ladder. They are doing very well this season. Irwin. Run down the middle before she is stopped by McHugh Shaw. Maxine Peake. She passes to the right. It's a big kick. It is kept in though by Priya Shriyaga. Bodana. Peake. She goes for the long cross in. Headed by the Sydney Uni defence. Juliana Nicholas. It's a nice pass. Charlotte Hogan. Charlotte Hampshire. Sydney Uni still have it. Capitanellis. She passes back. Switch of play to the right for Kirby. Jamie Bowfields, number 8 for Sydney University, rocking the Mary Fowler gloves. Ball's gone out, so Sydney Olympic get the throw. Back pass from Peake. Borromeo couldn't quite control it, so Vanderlan to Kirby. Borromeo. She's fouled. So Sydney Olympic with the free kick. Kolozakis takes a quick one and opts to go back. Yamahata. It's a long strike and it's a nice one. There's Taylor Ray. Oh, it's a good strike, but it's too high. So while Sydney Olympic head coach Jeff Abrahams is a new coach here, he did have a hand in recruitment in this side, which he was happy about. He loves the team. He believes his youth coaching background has served him well. He's coaching first grade women's for the first time. He's thoroughly enjoying his opportunity. Oh. Tara Bodana. And now Sydney Uni again with possession. Kirby to Nicholas. She tries to get it to Kirby, but doesn't quite get there. So Sydney Olympic get the throw in. Bodana kicks it out. So Sydney Uni with the throw in. Kirby with the throw. She gets it to Vanderlan. Vanderlan has miskicked, so it's going to be a goal kick to Sydney Olympic. Anna Ivanovic in goals. It's a famous sporting name, but more associated with tennis. She's married to a Man United great. McHugh. Yamahata finds the feet of Capitanellis. She's dangerous. Oh, and it was a great strike, but it's just gone wide. Ray. She gets the cross in for Koulazakis. Koulazakis passes right. Maxine Peake. Defended well by Sydney Uni. Charlotte Hampshire. Last time I commentated Sydney Uni game, Hampshire scored a worldie of a free kick. Bordana to McHugh. Passes down the right. Borromeo. Sydney Uni hold at the back. Peake is chasing. So Olympic will get the throw in. University, Capitanellis. Good pass. Now with Nicholas. Looks like she's going to go for the shot. She does, but picked up by Ivanovic. Peake to Ray. Taken off her. Capitanellis. She gets the cross in, but Yamahata is there. The big clearance. Hampshire, but Maxine Peake prevails. Now with Taylor Ray. Peake gets it back to Shuriaga. Maxine Peake. Oh, there's a nice pass through there, but it's called offside. A picturesque Sydney University is the backdrop. Lovely stadium, Sydney University football ground. One of my favourite fan bases as well. The Sydney Uni crowd and parents are extremely friendly, having a chat at half time, full time. Very helpful in the stands if I struggle to see those white numbers, which I'm very appreciative of. Oh, a nice cross in there by Kirby, but it's just a bit too long. Peake, Ray. It's a very big kick. Too big and it goes out. So the throw for Sydney Uni. Some cute little ball kids there helping out. Sydney Uni. Yamahata slips. Oliverio passes back to Ivanovic. Gabriel Peake to Koulazakis. It's a great pass down the right. Capitanellis stops it. The ball is through, but it's offside for Sydney Olympic. Kirby. Sydney Uni still have it before it's taken back by McHugh Shaw for Olympic. Nicholas gets it back for Sydney Uni. Van Dyke. Hampshire. Irwin. Headed away by McHugh Shaw. Sydney Uni, headed by Taylor Ray. Kulazakis gets a great pass through on the right, but it's a bit too strong, so it'll go out. And Sydney Uni will get the throw. Vanderland. Olympic defends strongly. Sydney Uni, Bafils. She gets it to Van Dyke. Now to Kirby. Defended well by Rochelle Borromeo for Olympic. So throw in, Taylor Ray. Passes back to Aya Yamahata. Yamahata is in her first year living in Australia. And she's new, first season in the team. She has really impressed her coach. And he believes we will see her in the A-League one day soon. Bafils. And there's a strike, but saved by Anna Ivanovic. It's another quality Aya in the Women's One League. Iacino for Bankstown City, goal scoring machine. Scored a ridiculous amount of goals this season. Can't keep up. Should be in her 20s or mid-20s. Brianna Oliverio. She gets the pass through. So Maxine Peake was pressured there by Sydney University. But Olympic get the throw in. Borromeo. Ray. Yamahata. Peake. Capitanellis put the pressure on. So Sydney Uni with the throw. Peake kicks it out. So Sydney University will get another throw in. Kirby. She gets it back to Irwin. Irwin again. Olympic have it. Capitanellis for Sydney Uni. She's played a good part today in this game. She is a strong player. She has it again. She gets the cross in. Oh, there wasn't too much on that, but it's just wide. Talia Capitanellis is a Western Sydney Wanderers scholarship player. She's been at Sydney University since she was 12, so definitely not new to the club. Oliverio. Taylor Ray gets the pass through for Koulizakis. Vanderland and Peak. Ray. Borromeo. Yamahata. Switch of play to the left for Ray. Ray with a good pass through to Maxine Peak. Now back with McHugh Shaw. Peak again. McHugh Shaw. Maxine Peak. Tara Bordana. Taylor Ray. Oliverio. Yamahata. Peak. Some quick play at the back by Sydney Olympic. It's kicked out. So Sydney University with the throw. 33 minutes in this first half. And the score remains Sydney University 0, Sydney Olympic 0. Just had a second ball on the pitch, just getting rid of that. McHugh Shaw gets it to Ray. Ray needs to turn. McHugh Shaw. Borromeo. Turns over possession to Nicholas. Nicholas goes through the middle for Beaufils. Beaufils making a run. She's being marked by Koulizakis, but she still has possession. She strikes. And it's a good save by Anna Ivanovic. Sydney University still with possession, and Ivanovic saves again. Yamahata with the long cross down the right. It's a nice pass. Stays in. Maxine Peak. Back for Taylor Ray. Bordana. Before Kirby clears it. Peak has it covered at the back for Olympic. We have an injury to a Sydney Olympic player, so the ball's just been kicked out and medical assistance has been called for. So what makes the Sydney Olympics success even more remarkable is that this team has no official training ground, which Jeff Abraham says is frustrating, and that's understandable. But that makes their standing in the competition, third or fourth place, even more impressive. They just capitalise on what they have, make no excuses. Now, Abrahams also says that the rain has been a hindrance this season. It has disturbed some momentum with games being washed out. The team is playing good football. In training, they've done work on principles, and those moments are now coming out in games. They take risks, but they have belief in what the coach is trying to do, and he's really appreciative of that. I think that's why he really enjoys coaching the team. They really have full faith. So Sydney Olympic player Tara Bordana is back up. She looks like she's limping though, so I don't know if she's going to be okay to return. We will find out soon. So the win on Thursday night for Sydney Olympic did push them up to third place. They are on 36 points. MacArthur Rams 37 and RPA Leichhardt 39. So not much in it at all. Illawarra Stingrays on 35. So Olympic are only 3 points away from first spot on the ladder. So a win today would be very beneficial. Yamahata. McHugh. Kirby's there to stop it for Sydney Uni. But Borromeo gets through. Now there's a nice pass by Koulizakis, but Kirby is there to defend for Sydney Uni. Vanderlan. Bafils. Kirby. Can't find Vanderlan. Stopped by McHugh. So Sydney University with the throw. Michelle Borromeo to Brianna Oliverio. Now with Yamahata. Gabrielle Peak. Borromeo. Maxine Peak. Koulizakis. Very good defending there by Sydney University. The shot was blocked for Brianna Oliverio. An Olympic player just fetching the ball for a corner. Taylor Ray steps up to take it. The ref says, take the ball back, please. He's inspecting it. Very precise. Taylor Ray with the corner in. Oh, that's a nice header. And Sydney Olympic take the lead, 1-0. That was number 9, Demi Koulizakis, putting Sydney Olympic ahead in this match. Bofils. She finds Yamahata. Bordana. Brianna Oliverio. Nicholas. Good defending. But Bordana prevails. Yamahata. To Peak. McHugh. Irwin. Peak passes back for Ray. Capitanellis intercepts and Sydney University get the possession back. It's kicked out though, so Olympic will get the throw in. Kulazakis couldn't keep it in, so Sydney Uni get the throw. Callahan had a bit of pressure on her, but she's able to clear it. No handball, play on. Irwin. And the kick is too big. So Sydney Olympic will get the throw. Oliverio tries to get it to Kulazakis, but gets to Peak. Yamahata. Gabrielle Peak. Ebony McHugh-Shaw. She gets it through to Borromeo, but Kirby is there to defend. Vanderlan. Bofils steps in, takes back possession. Capitanellis. She gets a really good pass through. And it will be a corner to Sydney University. The corner is in. There's a bit of a scramble. Great strike. Oh, it hits the woodwork, but finds the back of the net. It looks like it's number 3, Ashley Irwin. Defenders scoring goals. I'd like to see that. So, just before half time, the score is Sydney University 1, Sydney Olympic 1. I would anticipate there'd be a little bit of stoppage time, whether it's added on this half or at the end. We had the nets being fixed and an injury. Sydney Olympic just playing it at the back. McHugh-Shaw. Goes back to Bordana. In the middle for Yamahata. Goes back to Bordana. Bordana gets a great pass through on the left for Oliverio. Oliverio's there. She gets the cross in. Good defending by Sydney Uni. Irwin. Bordana again. Good cross. Oh, Sydney University, a bit of danger there. It's kicked out and it will be a corner. So Sydney Olympic lining up for the corner. Taylor Ray. Taylor Ray with the corner in. Sydney University there in numbers. Taylor Ray, she goes again. Bo Fields. Great pass through. Brianna Oliverio shoots, but stopped very, very well. So we have another corner for Sydney Olympic. Taylor Ray again, stepping up for the corner. It's a great corner in, but nobody there to finish it. Lovely pass down the left. It'll be a throw-in to Sydney University. Another throw for Sydney Uni. Switch a play to the middle for Bo Fields. Kirby. Bo Fields. Borromeo gets in there for Olympic, but Sydney University still have possession at the back. Kirby gets a good kick in there. Nicholas. The pass is just a little too much, so it goes out and Olympic will get the throw. Kirby kicks it out, so Olympic get another throw. There's a player fouled, Madison Van Dyke. Madison Van Dyke has fouled Maxine Peake. McHugh Shaw. It's a good pass in to Peake. Yamahata. She goes for the long pass, and it's an accurate one. Defended well, cleared by Sydney Uni. Capitanellis for Sydney Uni. Can't quite get to Vanderland. McHugh Shaw. Bordana. Ball goes out, so throw in to Sydney Uni. And that is halftime here at Sydney University Football Ground, where the score is Sydney University 1, Sydney Olympic 1. Goal scorers for the first half, Sydney Olympic, number 9, Demi Koulazakis, and number 3, Ashley Irwin. Enjoy the break, and we will be back in approximately 15 minutes. Welcome back to this second half of this NPL women's match between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic. It's the second half between Sydney University and Sydney Olympic, where the score is 1-1. Sydney Uni befills. McHugh Shaw. Olympic peak. It was a pretty good pass, but just too strong. So it goes out and Sydney University take possession with a throw-in. Hampshire. Olympic get it back. Capitanellis. Yamahata for Olympic. Takes it back. Peak to Bordana. McHugh Shaw. Good ball down the left, but it's just out. The halftime break, I spotted a very influential Australian football personality, the voice of Australian football, Andy Harper. I asked if he'd come and help me commentate, but he said no. Said I was doing an all right job on my own. So if that is the truth, that's a lovely compliment. Gabrielle Peak for Olympic. She gets the ball in the middle. Sydney Uni clear it. Now Vanderland. Taken off her by Priya Shuriaga. Vanderland has it again. She gets a good cross in. Good defending of Brenna Oliverio. Charlotte Hogan for Annabelle Martin. Switches play to the right and it's a good pass, but goes out. So that'll be a goal kick for Sydney Olympic. I asked Andy Harper what he was doing here, watching the New South Wales NPL Women's. He said he just comes to watch. He was wearing a Sydney University beanie, so I guess that's his team. Nice to have the support of A-League influencers supporting our NPL men's and women's. Vanderland, but Yamahata is there to stop her. We both agreed that these Sydney University white numbers are really difficult to see. And I did get word that next season some of the committee is pushing for darker numbers, so fingers crossed. Gabrielle Peak. Annabelle Martin for Sydney Uni. Gets across in the middle. Van Dyke is fouled. So Ashley Irwin stepping up to take the free kick. She passes back to Hampshire. Annabelle Martin. Charlotte Hogan. Back to Irwin. Hogan again. Crosses to the right. It's a good ball in. Capetinellis couldn't get ahead on that. So goal kick. Taylor Ray. Kulizakis, the first half goal scorer. Good defending by Hampshire. Oh, it's a strike, but it's too high. Taylor Ray, I mentioned earlier that she's from Sydney FC. She has come back from 3 ACL injuries at the tender age of 23. So she is phenomenal in her own right. Could imagine that would be grueling physically and psychologically. Kulizakis gets the ball through for Peak, but Irwin is there at the back. Martin. Gabrielle Peak. Taylor Ray. Borromeo. She's got 2 Sydney Uni players on her. Forces a corner. So Sydney Olympic just lining the ball up for the corner. It's crossed in. Taken by keeper. McHugh Shaw still has it. Kulizakis passes back to Shuriaga. Shuriaga kicks it in. Kulizakis again. Takes a deflection and it's a corner. So goal scorer Demi Kulizakis on the first day of pre-season a couple of seasons ago did a severe knee injury. It wasn't an ACL, but it was very complicated. She's back doing well this year. So well that she's the competition's 4th highest goal scorer. And she's on 14 goals so far this season. Kulizakis with the corner in. Yamahata. Oh, it's just to the right. So it's going to be another corner for Sydney Olympic. Kulizakis again with another corner. Headed. Saved. Vanderland clears. Van Dyke. Kicked away by Gabrielle Peak. Oliverio. She gets a good ball through for Taylor Ray. Taylor Ray gets it to Peak, but it's kicked out by Annabelle Martin. Throw into Olympic. Shuriaga to Ray. Bordana gets it back to Peak. Yamahata. She crosses down the left. Koulazakis. Oliverio. But Hampshire is there. Bafils for Sydney Uni. Van Dyke. Hampshire. Irwin, first half goal scorer for Sydney Uni. Capitanellis. Peak. Borromeo. Stopped by Sydney Uni. Bordana. Goes down the middle. Koulazakis couldn't quite get there. So with Annabelle Martin in defence for Sydney Uni. Cleared by Callahan. But finds Peak and now Callahan grabs it. Callahan goes long. Sydney Olympic playing short at the back. Shuriaga. So a throw in to Sydney Olympic. So Maxine Peak and Demi Koulazakis, who have had a great game here tonight, they've had recent injuries and have come back, but you wouldn't know it. And the coach says they've played strong since they've been back this season. Irwin clears it. Headed by Shuriaga. Foul. So Olympic get the free kick. And the free is very precise about where the kicks are to be taken. Bafils. Irwin. She gets a great pass through for Vanderland. Vanderland still has it, but she has Yamahata on her. She gets away for now. She's able to pass back. It's crossed in, but good clearance by Olympic. Headed by Irwin. So Maxine Peak, she's on 10 goals so far for Sydney University this season. So both her and Koulazakis have proven to be valuable striking assets to the squad. Tiana Jaber, who's a regular starter in the Sydney Olympic team. She is in the Lebanon national team. Vanderland, but lost a bit of control on that kick. Looks a bit slippery out there. Taylor Ray. Good stop by Annabelle Martin for Sydney Uni. So a throw in for Sydney Olympic. Good ball through by Klazakis. Shuriaga. She does get a cross in. Peak. But too many blue and yellow defenders. Capetinellis. Bafils. Yamahata. It's a good run by the number 4. Bordana. Back to Ray, and now Peak. Yamahata. The ball goes out, and it'll be a Sydney Uni throw-in. Quick one taken. Martin. Play on, says referee John Garcia. Taylor Ray, nice ball. Maxine Peak. But a great save there by Hannah Callahan. Peak with it again. Good ball in by Sydney Olympic. Yeah, Hampshire is there at the back. Capetinellis with a great pass for Bafils. Bafils is running down the middle. She gets it through to Capetinellis. Oh, what a goal! Talia Capetinellis with a rocket for Sydney University to put the team ahead 2-1. Wow. That was a lovely strike. As viewers, we really are fortunate to be treated to such talent weekly in the competition. Have a lot of A-League players here now. Youngsters like Talia. Get to a local ground and support the local players in league. That's the best way for us to show support and encouragement to remarkable athletes who give their all to the game. They work full time, then put their body on the line every weekend before returning to work the next day. All a bit exhausted, I'm sure. In this league, I've witnessed some phenomenal goalkeeping performances also. Peak. The great ball through. So we have 2 Peaks in the team for Sydney Olympic. Not sure if they're related. Number 2, Gabrielle Peak, and number 17, Maxine Peak. Oh, thank you to my assistants in the stand. Yes, they are sisters. That's pretty cool. Kulazakis. Borromeo, but misses the target. Super lucky to have my help in the stands at each game as well. Wherever I go, I seem to have knowledgeable people around that know the teams quite well. So the goal kick, Callahan, she gives it to Kulazakis, but Sydney Uni get it back. Van Dyke. Now Olympic with it. Tara Bordana to Taylor Ray, but defended well by Sydney Uni. Bafils. She's got some pressure on her. Olympic are there in numbers. Cross in by Vanderland, but stopped by the Olympic defence. Irwin to Martin for Sydney Uni. Back to Hampshire. Irwin again. Crossed on the right for Vanderland. McHugh Shaw's got putting pressure on her. Oh, it's a great cross in. Oh, and Sydney University score again. Talia Capitanellis with her second of the match. So that takes Sydney University to 3 goals, Sydney Olympic 1. So some great play there by Sydney Uni. There's also a lovely ball in. They will be very happy with this lead if they can keep it. So substitution for Sydney Olympic. Coming on is number 29, Helena Maleshki. It looks like she's replaced number 11, Rochelle Borromeo. Van Dyke to Hampshire. Peak. Hampshire. The ball's just a bit too strong. Yep, Sydney University would be delighted with this lead. They haven't had a win in 5 matches. And to be in this position, 2 goals ahead against third place Sydney Olympic, I'm sure would be making them very happy right now, the players and the coaching staff. They have played well this game. Put a lot of pressure on Sydney Olympic, especially their defence. Throw in to Olympic. Taylor Ray. Olympic fouled. No. Yes, and Golazakis is asking for a yellow, and there it is to number 8 for Sydney University, Jamie Bafils. Ref calls that free kick back. Said he wasn't ready. So Taylor Ray steps up to take it. She passes short to Yamahata. And the ball goes out. Kicked out again by Olympic. So Sydney University with the throw. So now Olympic get the throw in. Good turn by Olympic. Crosses in but hits a player on the way. So picked up by Callaghan. Annabelle Martin. She's stopped by Shuriaga. And the big boot by Tara Bordana, so it'll be a goal kick. Hampshire. Good ball through for Capitanellis. Now Bofils. That was a nice pass. Crosses in, headed away by Yamahata. Irwin. Headed by Vanderland. Gabrielle Peak. It'll go out, so Hampshire will pick it up for a throw-in for Sydney Uni. Sydney Olympic will be making a double substitution. Coming on is number 16, and it looks like number 10. So number 10, Maya Fernandez, and number 16, Megan Grew, take the field for Sydney Olympic. Sydney University with the throw-in. It goes out, so possession now to Sydney Olympic with the throw. Headed away by Gabrielle Peak. Vanderland for Sydney Uni. Capitanellis down the left wing. Can she get her hat trick this match? Bit of a miss kick. No, it was kicked out and touched by Olympic, so Sydney University will get the corner. Annabelle Martin she'll be taking the corner. So 71 minutes gone in this match, and Sydney University have the lead 3-1 against Sydney Olympic in this New South Wales NPL women's match. Martin with the corner. It's a good one, but Olympic defence stop it. Martin again. Sydney Uni still with the ball. It's headed, but picked up by Ivanovic. Ivanovic goes with the long boot. Sydney Uni. Good kick by Oliverio for Olympic to get it back. Kicked out, which it appeared to be Sydney Uni, but no, the ref says Sydney Uni get the throw in. Vanderland. Bofils. Great pass through for Capitanellis. Capitanellis goes high. Yamahata. Headed out by Martin for Sydney Uni, so Olympic have the throw. Yamahata switches to the left. Sydney Uni playing it down the right. Bofils is fouled in a very good position for Sydney Uni. Capitanellis. Looks like she may be taking the shot. Wasn't Capitanellis. Looked like it was Martin, but didn't really go anywhere. Sydney Olympic. Ray. She gets a big kick down the right for Gabrielle Peake. She gets a great cross in, but it's saved by Hannah Callahan. Big pass down the right for Sydney Uni. Throw into Sydney Uni. Van Dyke is chasing. So is Hogan. But it's back in defence with Sydney Olympic. Grew. Martin gets it for Sydney Uni. Ray. Ray again. McHugh Shaw. Imahata. Gabrielle Peake. She's going down the middle. Passes to Taylor Ray. Now they opt to go down the left. Kulazakis. Foul. So Sydney Uni get the free kick. Both coaches up on their feet. Sydney Olympic. Foul, and now they get the free kick. Fernandez to Peake. She gets a great pass for Maleshki. But Hampshire defends well. Olympic with the throw. Maleshki, Peake, Maleshki again. Cleared well by Kirby. Capitanellis. Gabrielle Peake for Olympic, still with it. Capitanellis takes it off her. She passes to Vanderland. Vanderland goes for the cross. It's a missed kick by McHugh Shaw, but Ivanovic grabs it. Kulazakis. Ray. Bafils gets it back. Now Van Dyke for Sydney Uni. Bafils again. There's a foul. Sydney Uni get the free kick. And the Sydney Olympic players seem a little frustrated with that. "11 minutes to go in regular time. Enough time for Sydney Olympic to score 2 goals, but the way Sydney Uni are playing, it's not going to be easy. Martin. Kulazakis bumps into her, and she's going to get a yellow card for her efforts. So Sydney Uni with a free kick. Sense a bit of frustration there for number 9, Demi Kolozakis. Hampshire. Can she score another worldie? She's a bit far out. But she's going to try. And it's just left. So Ivanovic with the goal kick. Peak, can't control it, goes out. So throw into Sydney Uni. Martin with the throw in. Headed out by Olympic. Capetinellas, call for handball, but referee says play on. And that's a goal kick to Sydney Olympic. It's a bit cool here in Sydney's Camperdown. 11 degrees. Gabrielle Peak for Olympic. No one there, so it goes out. And Sydney Uni will get another throw. Sydney Uni will be making a substitution. Coming on is number 39, Ruby Egan-Brown. So Sydney Uni with the throw in. Grew. And that's a goal kick for Olympic. Yamahata. Kolozakis. Grew. Sydney Uni get it back. Now with Van Dyke. She's fouled. So Sydney Uni with another free kick. Hampshire to take it again. It's a big strike in. It's on target, but taken well by Anna Ivanovic. Grew back to Yamahata. Yamahata is able to get it away, but can only find Annabelle Martin. Annabelle Martin passes in the middle. Capetinellas. Martin. Befils. She passes back. It's a great cross in, but they couldn't quite finish it. Martin. Van Dyke. Hogan. Taylor Ray has it for Olympic. Some good footwork there by Maxine Peak. Megan Grew. Yamahata switches to the left. It's crossed in the middle, but headed away by Hampshire. Yamahata. Hampshire. Capetinellis. Quick 1-2. Capetinellis still with it. Down the left. She's got Gru to beat. She can beat her. Crosses in. Vanderland. But saved well under pressure by Anna Ivanovic. Taylor Ray. Fernandez. Gru. Vanderland. Capetinellis. It's a great cross, but saved by Ivanovic. Martin. Van Dyke. Hogan. Martin. Goes out. And there's going to be a substitution for both teams. Coming on for Sydney Olympic is number 36, Natalia Giannakos. And for Sydney University, coming on is number 4, Amelia Feeney. Throw into Sydney Uni. Martin with a powerful boot goes out. So Olympic with another throw in. Giannakos, sorry. Maleshki. Peak is chasing her and Hampshire. Hampshire slips. So it's going to be a throw in to Sydney Olympic or a corner. Taylor Ray steps up to take it. Taylor Ray with the corner in. Headed nicely, but Hampshire gets rid of it. Throw in Sydney Olympic. Capetinellis gets a huge boot through for Feeney. A shot is blocked for Sydney Uni. Bofils was there. Feeney does well to get past the Olympic defenders. Goes out. So a goal kick for Sydney Olympic. 2 minutes left of regular time. To score another 2 goals to equalise. So throw in for Sydney Olympic. Hogan gets it back for Sydney Uni before Yamahata clears it. Maxine Peak for Olympic. She goes down the left. Maleshki. Sydney Olympic with the throw. Foul. So Sydney Olympic are going to get a free kick in a good position for them. Free kick is in. Pass to Taylor Ray. She goes for a shot, but saved by Hannah Callahan. Callahan with a big boot, slips on the way. We are now into stoppage time. Peak, then Van Dyke takes it back for Sydney Uni. Giannakos. Annabelle Martin is on her. Sydney Uni throw. Referee telling them to hurry it up. Capitan Ellis does well to keep it in. She's off again down the left. Looking for her options. She crosses. It's headed in and finds the back of the net. I believe it's number 4, Amelia Feeney for Sydney University. They lead Sydney Olympic 4-1. So, this would be an upset of the round, I would say. How wonderful for Sydney University. They didn't have a win in 5 games, and they are currently defeating third-placed Sydney Olympic 4-1. So throw in to Sydney Uni. Quick throw in. Headed by Fernandez. Fields kicks it. Imahata. Hogan for Sydney Uni. Lazakis for Olympic. And that is full time here at Sydney University football ground, where Sydney University have caused a major upset to Sydney Olympic, winning the match 4-1. Goal scorers for Sydney Olympic, Demi Koulazakis. For Sydney University, Talia Capitanellis got a brace. Ashley Irwin and Amelia Feeney. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We will catch you next round. I'm Melissa Muscat.